In today's video, I'm going to talk about my next immediate decisions in the Dow DIAmonds, okay? And there is something here. It may not look like there's anything, but there is potential support that we're right on top of right here, right now. Now, if it holds, then we're going to look for at least a bounce, but if it's violated, then we're going to look for even more on the downside. So, starting with the first price relationship, we've got 100% of the first swing down. That comes in at 239.02. If we run a retracement of the prior low to high swing, you'll see a 786 retracement also overlaps that 100% projection. Then there's another projection to run, prior high to low swing, projected from this high. That overlaps beautifully too. Okay, so this high to this low was 1903. This high to this low so far is 1869. All right, and then what else would you look at? You'd look for an extension of the prior swing. So I'm going to measure this low to this high. And there's a 1618 extension that also overlaps this area. Now, just because I have 5 price relationships between, let's call it 238.74 to 239.02, now, it doesn't mean that it's definitely going to hold, but it does mean that it's an important decision. So if we do stabilize above here, we're going to go down to a lower time frame chart and look for a buy trigger that tells us that it's worth placing a bet against this zone. But what if it doesn't hold? What are the other alternatives? What does that look like? Well, if this support doesn't hold, this two-step pattern here, there's another potential two-step pattern, and it's much larger and it would project for much lower. So that's another thing that you want to be aware of, because if you take 100% of this first swing down, projected from this lower high, that comes in down at the 225.69 area, and then the extension of this prior low to high swing actually comes in at 227, not too far away, from that symmetry projection. And then the only other thing that we would look at, and actually I haven't done this larger swing, is to see if there is any other retracements that that would overlap that that zone down there. And yeah, I'll have to look at that later. But yeah, there is actually a 618 of one of the swings that would overlap down there. So first immediate decision right in here. Bigger picture decision, if this area doesn't hold, it doesn't come in until below the market at the 225, 227 handles. So that's something to keep an eye on. Remember, if it breaks underneath it, or if it doesn't give you a trigger, do not take a trade against it.